The LA Rams are Super Bowl champs, baby. The LA Rams won the Super Bowl. I don't know if you guys can believe it or not, but I can believe it. It came down to the very end. It was a very close game. It came down to a couple plays that could be sus or not be sus. It depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to a Rams fan, it wasn't sus at all. But if you're talking to a Bengals fan, they're angry as hell. But regardless, there is a couple sus plays from the refs towards the end and at the beginning of the second half. But I think overall the game was well played, and I think that regardless of what happened, both teams still had a chance to do a comeback, and they did do a comeback like the Rams did a comeback after the face mask touchdown pass, and the Bengals had a chance to do a comeback after the phantom holding call, but they didn't. They made some sus plays. I don't know what they're thinking, running the ball 3rd and 1, or it was 3rd and something up the middle. I don't know what that was about, but they could have done it, and I thought they were. And I was really hoping for an overtime, but the Rams won it 23-20. What a really good game. There was a lot of really good moments in this game, and some sad moments as well. We hope OBJ is good. That was very sad. I think OBJ might have messed around and won MVP if he was able to play the whole game, because he was really the difference maker in the first half for the Rams. He was a big target, and I think him on the field was just taking away, he was a draw away from Cooper Kupp, because Cooper Kupp is gonna get triple coverage, like crazy, because he's the triple crown, but because so that led OBJ to be open and have a lot more balls thrown his way. So OBJ made the most of everything that he could, and it's just really sucks to see him go down with that injury. I was really sad. I thought maybe he'll be able to do a comeback, but then after halftime we just saw him on the sidelines, and it was very sad. And it looked like they weren't even going to win, because Cooper Kupp was getting destroyed, not destroyed, but he was very getting double teamed and everything, and couldn't really make anything out of it. And then none of the other receivers, though, Odell's backup, couldn't do anything as well, and it became Matthew Stafford with no run game, throwing it to people who can't catch. It became very scary, and Matthew Stafford also deserves some blame too, because Matthew Stafford was throwing some pretty bad balls. He was overthrowing or underthrowing, so it became very weird for the Rams. I'm not gonna lie, the Bengals almost stole this one, but the Rams, the reason why the Rams won is because of the defense. Their defense was it was perfect. It was perfect towards the end. When the defense needed to step up, that's when they stepped up. The Rams defense, Aaron Donald and the line, they got to Joe Burrow a lot, and they caused a lot of third downs. And I remember talking about it in one of my videos. I don't know if it was the last one or a couple of videos talking about the Bengals, but I said the Bengals need to get out of third down. They get into third down so much, and I know it's impossible to not get a third down. It's inevitable. It's going to happen for every team. But I feel like they always get in third downs, and they make the wrong play. And they did it again. And when it mattered the most, they came down fourth quarter, game on the line. They need to get the first down, and they run it up the middle, and it's over. That was the third down. They ran it, and Aaron Donald stopped it. And then they tried to pass, and Aaron Donald was like, "This is my game. I'm going for that ring," and he sacked Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow almost got the ball off. I was so excited. I really wanted Joe Burrow to get that ball off, because I wanted an overtime. I didn't really have a team horse in this race, I guess you can take. I'm a Steelers fan, as you can see by my perfect hat. But I am from California, so I was rooting for the Rams. But I wouldn't have mind if Joe Burrow won, because I didn't really care. I like both teams, and I like both players and both squads. So, I was really, really, really hoping for an overtime, because I just wanted to see some more action. I wanted that chaos of an overtime. But we didn't get it, and I'm fine with the way it ended. Aaron Donald is a champion. OBJ is a champion. Matthew Stafford is a champion. Cooper Kupp was the MVP. And Cooper Kupp came up so big for the Rams in the fourth quarter. I think without Cooper Kupp making the plays that he made, I don't know if they win that game. I think that they probably would have still got it. With that holding call, that phantom holding call, I think they still would have had a chance to win. I think that happened on a third down, so they still had a fourth down. I think they could have got it. I'm not gonna hold that phantom call against the Rams, against their win. I think that regardless, they played amazing, and the Bengals definitely did have a chance to do a comeback, and they didn't. So that's what happened. That's football. No ref is gonna coach the game perfectly, and that you just kind of gotta expect that at this point. And you just gotta regardless of what happens, you gotta overcome. And then the Bengals almost did it. You gotta give them that. They almost did it. The Rams, after that, there was definitely that face mask on Jalen Ramsey. They didn't call it, and the Bengals scored a touchdown. Off that play, first play, and that play was very crucial because I think at that point it kind of just started to turn the tides a bit. I think the Bengals really did get hype, and I think the Bengals are a very fun team. I wish that I don't know, the Bengals were a really fun team because as the game goes on, they get stronger and they get better, and they won't go away. You can't, the more you beat them up, they just come back. And I love that. I love this team so much. And they had that one play with Joe Mixon throwing the touchdown pass. That was so cool. This game was a lot of fun. The halftime show was amazing as well. And I thought both teams played really well, and both teams had the chance to overcome some of the ailments, I guess, of the ref. And the Rams were able to do it, and the Bengals were not. And regardless, I'm not gonna hold these plays against them. I don't really care. Like I said, I think it doesn't bother me as much because they both had a chance to do a comeback. And I don't like that people are just gonna be held up on the penalties and stuff and the flags. That really rubs me the wrong way because both teams had the chance to do a comeback, go against that, and if it was, I would have a problem with it if it was like game over. Then I would have a problem. But it wasn't a game over. They had a chance to right the wrongs. And some teams did, some teams didn't. The Rams did, Bengals didn't, and that's what happens. That's the ball game. Very fun game, very fun Super Bowl. What a great playoff series we had. It was a really fun playoff series. I enjoyed everything. I enjoyed all the moments. The wild card was the only bad part of the whole playoffs, and everything else after that, everything was just boom, boom, boom. So much fun, and yeah. The only problem I have with the Super Bowl is that the Rams cost me $550. I could have won $550, but the Rams messed up my football squares, But overall, the Rams are Super Bowl champions, and I think it was a really fun series. I think they had a great year. They had a very it could have been crazy, They fumbling my words here, but once they got Odell, it got a little shifty. But then once they figured it out, it became very good, and they became the Super Bowl champs that they are today. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with the Rams. I wasn't always rooting for them. I don't like teams that just buy players. I don't really like that. I like homegrown teams like the Bengals. They're doing it through the draft and everything, and making the correct trades. I don't like when they just buy players and stuff, but I'm happy for Odell. I'm very happy for Odell, and that he's able to right the wrongs. He's able to show. Odell getting injured showed how important he was to the Rams. He was very important because their offense is very much staled, especially with the run game being non-existent. They needed the receivers to make catches and make plays. And no one really could besides Cooper Kupp, and they also missed Robert Woods as well. So yeah, and Tyler Higbee, so they were very held back in the receiving core, but they were able to pull it out when it mattered. Cooper Kupp stepped up amazingly in the fourth quarter. It's so fun to watch. Yeah, and the Rams, I'm very happy the Rams won. California native, happy the Rams won finally. I wish they would have won it with Jared Goff, but you know, I think I like Jared Goff. I think they did Jared Goff wrong, you know. They threw him out and then they talked a whole bunch of shit about him. So I don't really like the way they did that as well. So that's also why I was kind of like against the Rams during the, you know, off season and stuff, because I didn't like the way they treated Jared Goff. But you know, it happens. You know, Todd Gurley as well. Man, they had those Rams were pretty good back then. They just kind of threw away their pieces, but Todd Gurley kind of fell apart. But that's another day, another topic. And the Rams, I mean the Bengals. Man, that was such a fun team, and I think Joe Burrow, well, he will be back. You know, what I really liked about Joe Burrow in this Super Bowl, one of the takeaways is that I felt like he was never overwhelmed. He never seemed overwhelmed in the Super Bowl. Like he never seemed wide-eyed or like the moment was too big for him. You know, I think he really does have that confidence that people talk about, and that he's very self-aware and just, you know, cocky, I guess you can say. You know, I think he very much is like that, and I think that's pretty cool, you know. But I also think it's kind of like shitty that people are praising him for being like that, and then they like take down other black quarterbacks, you know, like Cam Newton as well. You know, they like Joe Burrow for being, you know, having all the swagger and stuff, but then when Cam Newton does it, you know, it's a problem. So, you know, there's a dialogue there. But, you know, I do like Joe Burrow. I think he's a good quarterback, and I really hope the Bengals are able to. Oh man, I was just thinking about it. The Bengals are going to be the problem for the Steelers for foreseeable future. Joe Burrow is going to be a problem for the Steelers. And it's just, oh man, that's not going to be fun for whoever our next quarterback is. Oh man, I forgot about that. Yeah, I actually did forget about that. Oh man. Well, that's for the future. Right now, they're a very good team, and I like them. And can't wait to see the Steelers beat them in the future. But yeah, the Rams are Super Bowl champions. What a great Super Bowl. What a great halftime. There's some, you know, bad moments that you could, you know, put a fuss about. But overall, I think it was a great Super Bowl. It was some of the greatest playoffs we've had in a long time. And I'm very excited for next season. Very excited. So hopefully the Steelers are able to do something, so I can make more videos, because the Steelers were sucky and I couldn't talk about them, and I didn't want to talk about them. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If you want to see my tweets, I had some live reactions, so my Twitter link will be in the description. Go check that out. And I have an Instagram as well. I post on there frequently. Try to be more active on there. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Leave a comment what you thought was, who you think was the MVP. Do you think Cooper Kupp deserved it? Let's start a dialogue here. I don't know who else would have got it. Maybe Aaron Donald. But, you know, he didn't really have like a crazy game, but he still was, you know, he was still Aaron Donald when they needed him, he was there. So yeah, Aaron Donald, GOAT. He might retire. I didn't even talk about that. Hold on. We gotta talk about that. I totally forgot that Aaron Donald might retire. There's speculation that he might retire. I don't know if that's gonna be a real possibility. I don't want him to retire. He's so young, and he's still at the top of his level. You know, he's still at his peak. I don't think his peak is dropping, unless, you know, they know more about it than us. But I really think he's still at his peak, and I still think that he's going to be able to compete at that same level for years to come. You know, he doesn't get hurt. He's a fitness warrior, you know, gym warrior. You know, he takes care of his body and everything. So I don't see why he would retire. The only reason why I guess he would retire is because he's done everything, you know. But, you know, maybe they could try to run it back. I don't know. I also know that I saw a report that the Rams might be losing some of their coaching staff after the Super Bowl. So, you know, maybe that will play a role, and you know, we'll see. But I really hope he doesn't retire. You know, I think as long as they have Matthew Stafford and OBJ said that he'll give the Rams, you know, a discount for his contract next year. So, you know, I think that the Rams can run it back potentially. You know, I think they have a chance to run it back. You know, but yeah, I really hope Aaron Donald doesn't leave. You know, I would want him to play still. You know, he's still a great player. You know, and it'd be very sad to see him just leave the Rams like that. But you know, if he wants to retire, I'm not gonna let him. I'm not gonna hold him. You know, I think he should do what he wants to do, obviously. But you know, yeah. Eric Weddle's retiring as well, retiring after he like tore his arm or something. I don't remember. His shoulder was all messed up. That sucks. But you know, he's a champion, so maybe that helps with the pain a little bit. But yeah, that's gonna be it. No, hopefully Aaron Donald comes back. See if the Rams run it back. Yeah, you know, leave a comment if you think Cooper Kupp deserves to be MVP, and leave a comment if you think Aaron Donald will retire or not. I'm gonna say no, but you never know. Yeah. Bye, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the Super Bowl, and I'll see y'all next season. Later.